14 of Cybersecurity Awareness Month. We're back, and today we're talking about SOX, or the Sarbanes-Oxley Act of 2002. So, we've talked about HIPAA, we've talked about PCI, we've talked about some others. SOX is another federal law that was passed, but it's a little bit different than the others. While laws like HIPAA are pretty explicit in what their intent is, it's protecting information. Sarbanes-Oxley focuses on transparency of information. So when we think about information security, we think about the CIA triad, which has three components. We have confidentiality, which is ensuring that the people who need access to data have access to it, and only those people, and people who don't have access to data or shouldn't have access to data don't. So it's basically keeping secret information secret. Um, Availability is the assurance that data is available when you need it. Data is not very useful if we can't get to it. The saying goes, right, the most secure computer is one that's powered off and covered in concrete. That'd be super secure, but doesn't really matter because we can't access it. So not so good. Integrity is ensuring that the data hasn't been tampered with or manipulated, and that you can kind of trust it. Data is only useful if it has integrity, that you can make decisions using it if you understand what it means and you can take action on it. So SOX focuses on data integrity specifically in publicly traded companies, and kind of came to light because of organizations like Enron and their non so transparent and definitely questionable accounting practices. So when that kind of stuff happened, along with a few other incidents, we passed some laws that said, hey, here are some standards you need to follow. Now, SOX does not have a specific component of it that outlines direct technical controls that you need to have in place. It just says that you need to have them. So it's interesting because it does say you need controls in place to manage things like information access. You do need a redundant set of backups. You do need to have a change management process. You do need a security process. But it doesn't say, hey, you need to patch, at least once a month. You need to do X, Y, and Z. It says that it's your responsibility to find a framework that meets our objectives in alignment with all the other stuff that you have to do as part of SOX. And because of that, it's kind of flexible. It gives businesses the ability to pick a framework that works for them. Many organizations choose something like NIST because it is more clear. It does say, hey, here's what we recommend for passwords. Here's what we recommend for patching. Here's what we recommend for, backups and disaster recovery. And that allows businesses to kind of measure themselves against that control set or that framework. So kind of an interesting law. For businesses in Hawaii, like where I'm from, we also have JSOX, which is the Japanese version. It's actually called the Financial Instruments and Exchange Act, but it's very similar, but based out of Japan. So we work with a lot of organizations that have a parent company out of Japan, and as a result, they are subject to JSOX and SOX. So we work with those as well. So kind of a fun tidbit depending on where in the world you're working from. Well, happy 14th day, everybody. I look forward to the rest of the month and hope you like and follow some of the videos. Have a great day. Bye.